Good afternoon, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. We are at 1115 Northwest 8th Street here in Gresham, located pretty much straight in front of the front door here. You have a little cover plate. It's a kind of a metal brass looking plate that sits over the top of this. This is our point of access here. It's actually 4-inch cast iron. They just put a nice cover plate over the top of it. It's original to the home. We're going to check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Water is running. We're going to zero out the foot counter here at the bottom of the clean out. Off we go. And the addition out, kind of the back part of the house where they added the bathroom in, home inspector, I was just kind of poking my head in the crawl space there. That line from that bathroom cuts out of that addition and then shoots through the back foundation wall of the home and ties into the plumbing under the floor, which is an ideal setup. You end up with a shorter line that way. Or a lot of these older homes like this, you end up with these wraparound sewer lines that are just humongous. It's not an ideal setup. So I've gone through a couple little spots there, some standing water. We may have had some toilet paper in the flow line damming things up. Either way, very, very short-lived little section there. Now this is great. Going straight from cast iron to plastic here. Now into 3034. Now this home, just the age that it is, typically would have originally had cast iron. Most homes this era have cast iron only about 5 feet outside the foundation. The rest of the line's concrete typically, which does not hold up anywhere near as good as cast iron does. Usually by this point in time, most concrete's pretty well worn out, or at least the pipe joints are blown, they're open to the ground. So, whereas cast iron holds on a long time typically. There's the main connection there at about 60 feet. We're going to drain the line out here. We'll get a nicer view of everything as we come back in. Thus far, cast iron's looking in decent shape. Plastic looks good. We'll get a nicer view though once everything's drained out here. And I'm going to pull back just a little bit to get a better locate before we go over that hard drop. And this part of town, the pipe we're in currently, is going to be in city territory. The city of Gresham, like much of Multnomah County, does take responsibility for the sewer line. In Gresham, last time I checked out here, I believe their responsibility starts at the right-of-way, where the rest of Multnomah County, it's at the street curb. So you get even a little bit more of that pipe in the city's hands, which is kind of nice. Alrighty, located the camera head successfully. Line terminates on Northwest 8th. And I describe everything as if you're standing in the street facing the front of the home. The line comes out, I mean, just about underneath the front door. It then veers over to the right side edge of the property line. So by the time the line straightens out and shoots off into the road, it lines up fairly well with the right side fence line, approximately. And gives you an idea where the line's routed. Like if you go out there to that fence line and kind of walk out to the road, you'll see a patch there. There's a lot of patches on this road, but it lines up with the fence pretty good. That's the patch where the line went into the road, the updated part anyway. And this is a very unique thing to have cast iron that extends out this far. It's extremely rare. About 90% of homes this era do not have this setup. Most of them would have had concrete pipe from basically where we're starting at all the way out. Transition joint there looks good. Now the nice part about, and these things can change, but the nice part about the city taking responsibility of the right-of-way is that generally means most of your line is under just dirt. In this case, you've got a walkway that some of it goes under, but it just reduces the amount of headache you have if you ever have to do a repair on a sewer line. You're not tearing the road up. Yeah, we had a little bit of debris. You can see there's just a chunk of toilet paper, whatnot, right here, kind of damming the pipe up a little bit. When we first went through, I think that's that spot I went through and thought there may have been a little bit of standing water. And all said and done, there might be a little bit left over, but it's so minor it's not even going on my report. I mean, we're talking like a foot of pipe with 1/16 to 1/4 inch of water in it. It's essentially nothing. Because cast iron is a little bit rougher pipe product, you want to be extra vigilant. You're not putting things down the line that are abusive. Paper towels, wipes, things like that. Flushable wipes I include in that category. flushable wipes are not great even on modern smooth plastic plumbing. They are especially problematic in older cast iron. I have scoped a lot of homes where they've replaced their toilet paper altogether with them, and I have lines where I can't even identify the pipe material. The whole entire sewer line will get coated in them. They stick to that rougher texture very effectively. So anyhow, we have good flow all the way out to the main lateral. The cast iron is in good condition for its age and intact and quite clean, honestly. There's very little buildup in there. The plastic pipe looks great, the PVC. So sewer line is functioning properly at this time. Nice looking sewer line there. And I do recommend, and you can do this however you want to, with the advent of trenchless technologies now, the trenchless epoxy lining, it's a good idea to rescope your line periodically, these older ones like this, and watching for, you know, signs that the line is wearing out. It allows you, if you rescope the line about every 2 years or so, you can catch things at the right point in time and take advantage of those repair systems. Because you've got a 4-inch clean out here, you could update this, all that cast iron pipe there without even digging a hole if you wanted to down the road. So it's a little bit more meaningful when you got to tear a road open. In this case, you shouldn't have to do that unless things change out here. But still, it's a non-invasive, nice way to do things, and you know, save you from at least tearing up the staircase here and stuff. Anyway, nice looking sewer line there. It's functioning properly at this time.